What's good, people? It's Joshua from Joshua Chubb Photography, back again with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to take you guys through how I like to carry my cameras, whether it's for professional jobs, whether it's for travel or leisure, or whether it's for everyday carry. So those are going to be the three categories of how I like to travel with my camera. So we're going to get right into it, starting with my Pelican Vault. This is the V525. Has rollers on it, has a side handle, has a pull out handle here. And this is like going to be carry-on size. So if you ever need to travel by plane, this will fit in the overhead, no problem. This case is super rugged. Again, it has wheels on the bottom, so it's a roller case. Has padded dividers on the inside of it. I'm not going to open this one up because it's a little bit cumbersome, but I do like it does have like a couple of holes here. So if you want to put like a padlock or a key lock, anything like that on there to protect it, you can certainly do so. So this usually goes with me when I'm shooting wedding video. This allows me to fit a couple bodies, a couple lenses. I can fit my gimbal, which I use the RS3 Mini by DJI, so it breaks down really nice. And sometimes I might take another smaller bag with me, just kind of depending. But that's going to be kind of like my main for video work. Now, if I'm doing a photography job, maybe it's not all day, maybe I only need maybe 2 bodies, 2 lenses, or maybe even like 1 body, 2 or 3 lenses. Then I'm going with my bag by Lowepro, and I'm going to try to drop links for all the bags in the description. But this is a bag from Lowepro. This is the Fastpack BP250 AW3. Man, that's a mouthful. The thing I like about this bag is you get your camera compartment down here, and then at the top you can kind of put random items in it. So sometimes I'll put my Godox AD300 Pro up top here with the case, fits in there perfectly. If I'm not taking a light, I might put my camera strap in there with some other things. So these are pretty much the only 2 bags that I do when it comes to pro work. So moving on to if I'm maybe out traveling, and this would be like kind of a dedicated kind of travel trip, or more leisure where I know I'm probably going to be doing photography. The first bag here, this one is by Peak Design, and this was in collaboration with Fujifilm. So this is the 6-liter sling, and with this, depending on like what bodies and lenses I'm taking, I can usually fit 2 bodies with 2 lenses, small primes, and even like my little Fujifilm Instax printer. Like if I want to go out and do prints, I can usually fit all of that in here, no problem. Again, I'm not really going to open up all of these bags. I'll open up maybe a couple of them. You do get a side padding back here where I can fit my iPad mini in there, really nice. I'll open this one up. So we got little padding here, little area for my iPad, it goes in there. And then also you got this zippered compartment up here, or if you want to throw some extra batteries or memory cards in there, you can do that, no problem. And then also you even got another little pocket on the front where you can fit some extra items in there. So that was the Peak Design 6-liter. Here we have the Peak Design 3-liter, and this actually still allows me to fit. Now you have to be very mindful. So I went out actually yesterday, we went to the park, and I had the XM5 with the 15mm 1.7 lens by Viltrox, along with the XT3 and the 28mm 4.5 chip lens. And both of those fit in there perfectly. XM5 was down here, XT3 was up here. And this bag by Peak Design, you still get your extra pockets up here where you can fit, you know, batteries, memory cards, things like that. Can't fit a tablet in this one, but you still get a front pocket there as well. So those are pretty much the only two that I use for like travel or leisure. I could also fit something like the Sony a7 IV with my 20-70 f4, which is actually recording me now on the A camera. So that fits in here pretty nice. I could also, you know, fit in like a microphone or anything like that that's needed as well. So you can get like a bigger body along with a, you know, kind of shortish lens. One thing I forgot to mention, I do take photos at my church. This is the bag that I use. So this houses the a7 IV along with the Tamron 35-150, and it fits in here perfectly. Actually, you get a little bit of extra space. So when I went yesterday, because I didn't go yesterday. When I went last Sunday, I had the Tamron 35-150, and I still squeezed in the XM5 along with that Viltrox chip lens. So both of those items fit in this bag here. All right, so now we got travel / leisure out the way. So now I'm gonna get to my favorite category, which is gonna be everyday carry. And let me just start off by saying I am a person who hates neck straps. I hate them, I can't stand them. And the main reason is, so this is my XT3. Right now I got it paired with the TT Artisan 25mm f2. And this is about the same size as your Fujifilm 27mm 2.8, the new 23mm 2.8. So just kind of for reference. But I don't like neck straps because one, of course, you know, straps come in all different sizes, right? So it's either, you know, bopping down here as you walk, you can put it up higher, but it's usually kind of still bopping. Now you can maybe get a longer strap and maybe go down here, but it's maybe still gonna bop, and it kind of depending on how you wear it. If you wear it directly around the neck, that's usually when you get that bop. Sometimes I try to wear it like a sling in the past, but the other issues that I run into, right? Let's say, for example, XT3 has the screen exposed on the back, right? So if it's a hot day, I'm out in the summertime taking photos, I'm sweaty. So now what? My viewfinder has sweat in it. The rear screen has sweat on it because I've been outside walking, you know, maybe taking photos. And most of your straps, when you wear them, you're going to your two eyelets up here. And so it really has no choice but to be on your body. Another reason I don't like the neck straps is if I am out and it's crowded, you know, I might bump into someone or, you know, something, or someone might bump into me. And I don't want my, you know, gear getting damaged because I ran into something. One time I was actually not mad, but I went to the DR, I had my XE4, it was on the neck strap, we were in the car. I went to get up out the car, forgot I had the camera on the neck strap, and bam, the camera smacked right into the door handle. So that's like the biggest reasons I avoid neck straps. Now they do have some different gadgets where you can make the camera, instead of sitting like this on your body, it can sit like this. So you basically be using the bottom for an anchor point, which I find is probably a little bit better because one, it's easier to just grip the camera, bring it up to your eye. Or if it's here, you kind of gotta, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm splitting hairs, but I think it's a little bit easier to do it there. One thing that I used to do as well is I have a Peak Design clip. that allows me to attach it on my hip. I don't do that anymore either, really for that same reason of I don't want to bump into something. And kind of what I've run into as well is, what do I do when maybe I want to sit down and eat and I don't want the camera, exposed like out this way, or if it's right here, I might bump it into the table. Maybe I might drop food on it. And I don't really want to just take my camera off and set it on the table, depending on where I am. Somebody might run up, snatch the camera and take off. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you. So I personally stay away from neck straps at all costs. I very rarely will do a wrist strap, just because of that same thing. Well, what if I need to sit down, or, I got 3 kids, right? So I don't want to, always have the camera in my hand if I have to pick up one of the babies. So here are my solutions. And usually these are going to depend kind of on the outfit that I'm wearing, really. So the first one here is going to be this long weekend bag, and this is by Moment. This is a 1 liter sling, and the thing I really like about this bag is it's very flexible, bendable. So this is the XT3 along with the bag, and you can see it fits in there no problem. So if you are a person who has like a X100V, or maybe you have, an XT3 or something like that with a pancake lens, or maybe you have the Sony A7C and the pancake lens, this one you can really kind of stretch out. This also fits my XM5. Now it barely fits it, but it can fit the XM5 and like the Viltrox 25mm 1.7, which is not a pancake lens, but that is stretching it to the max. In this configuration though, I do like you have a zippered pocket up front here. That's really nice. And then also you got this Velcro pocket. Usually I'll tuck my little small flash in there that I have for the Fujifilm camera. So, and usually I'm rocking this if I have on like black and white, or something like that. If I'm going out and I have on something like this here, more neutral kind of colors, tans or whites and blues, I'm going with my Clever Supply Co bag. And this one here is also a 1 liter. Now the only thing about this bag, it is not as flexible as the Moment bag, but you can still fit, again, your X100 without a lens hood into a bag like this. And it's a little bit of a tighter zip to fit the XT3 in here. The XM5 does fit in there a little bit better. Obviously it's a little bit of a smaller camera. So that's what that looks like. You still get a pocket here on the front, and then they do have a little pocket here on the back. Let me take this out. The only thing is, with the bigger cameras, like this is probably the biggest I could fit in here, these pockets really aren't usable. But yeah, so if you weren't using it, let's say as a camera bag, you got like a pocket. Oh, actually I got money in here. Okay, I got $5 and a Walmart gift card. Hey, look at that. I probably would have never noticed that if I didn't do this video. But yeah, you could fit like cash in here. Depending on the size of your cell phone, you can fit your cell phone back there. Maybe you could throw some keys up here. So if you don't want to use it as a camera bag, I mean, you don't have to, but that's the next bag. All right, so last bag that I use for everyday carry. This is my newest bag, and it might be my favorite. So this one here is by, I'm probably gonna say the name wrong, but Wotancraft, I think that's how you say the name. And this is their Pilot 2 liter bag. And so this one, oh, I'm sorry, let me back up really quick. The thing that I like about these bags here is, one, when I put them on, my camera is really tight on me, right? So I don't have to worry about really anybody bumping into me. If I sit down to eat, the camera's not exposed, so I could just kind of roll this to the back of me. It's very secure on me. These also double as fanny packs. So if I, don't want the bag around my shoulder, maybe my shoulder hurts, then I can wear it here as a fanny. And this one here by Clever Supply Co. is my favorite one, just because it's a little bit more stylish. I don't really like the other colorway that they have for the Moment bag. It's like a creamsicle blue, white, and red. It's just a little bit too much color. This is a lot more subtle, right up my alley. So that's why I like these. But with the Walton Craft bag, it's only a sling, but you do get a nice kind of top handle here. I do like the opening mechanism. So it's a slide to unlock, but when you want to lock it back, it just kind of magnetizes back like that. You also get a zipper back here, or if you want to stuff maybe like your cell phones and cash, anything like that, you can get that in there. I really like the padded strap here. So the padded strap is nice, and it also is, it has a nice pass through. If you want to adjust it, you just pull this tab. You can adjust it to, pretty much any length that you want. I really like this bag. Now this bag, it only has pretty much, oh, I'm sorry, you got one other pocket up here. And then you have your main area. So there's no divider compartment or anything like that. So usually this would be if I do need to travel EDC, but I definitely want a bigger lens. So this would be like the XM5 with the 15mm 1.7 or my 35mm 1.4 for Fuji is where I'm gonna take those. Hey, you know what, I lied. There actually is a divider compartment in here. Well, did you look at that? So, but I don't use it though, because I could really only fit the one camera and one body in here. The thing I like about the XM5, since it is the rangefinder design, and I would show you the XM5, but it's recording on the B camera, you don't get the top bump that you get here and all these top dials on the X-T3 or on a DSLR style camera. Now this will still fit in here. I can fit it in sideways, and it's in there no problem, but I can kind of feel the top of the camera in there. So I really wouldn't take the X-T3 in this, but I could also just kind of lay it down flat as well. And so that maybe works a little bit better, but then you kind of got the lens up there, but kind of is what it is. So those are going to be the bags that I use and roller case of how I carry my cameras. I do have a couple honorable mentions, really just kind of one. What I do carry on the neck strap, because right when you're going out, especially if you're doing all day gigs, right, you need extra batteries on you, extra memory cards on you. If you're doing video, right, or maybe if you're shooting, f1.2s or f1.4s for photography, you need ND filters on you. So this is my Peak Design strap along with the Peak Design Tech pouch. And so this has a ton of like different pockets and other things in here. You got zippered pockets in here. So I really do like this bag for accessories. And so usually on the wedding day where I'm filming, I got my camera in one hand, all my batteries. I have a little Lume Cube light that I'll toss in here, business cards. I got an ink pen in here in case I need to write something down, which it actually has a slot for an ink pen, dedicated slot. So this is kind of an honorable mention. I don't ever put a camera in here, but definitely this is how I carry my accessories. And the last two things I want to show you guys before I get out of here are camera straps, because technically this is how I carry my cameras. And the first one I'm going to show you is just for a single strap, and this is by a company called Desired Leather. I've had both of these straps actually. The second one I'll show you here in a second, for a few years. I don't really remember how I stumbled upon them. I think I was maybe on Google, or maybe I saw a YouTube video. Anyway, I'll link in the description. So this one's just a simple strap. Obviously you got your anchor point here at the bottom, and then your side anchor point for the eyelet there. So super secure, has never failed me. The leather has held up, the metal clasp and things have held up. And then this is my favorite one. This is my dual strap. And so first, let me show you guys this here. This is why I went with this company. That's my logo, Joshua Chubb Photography. At the time, they were the only ones that I saw that was, doing something like that. So that's definitely what made me jump on board. And this is a lot cheaper than like your hold fast, money maker. I'm not trying to knock hold fast, but I'll be on a budget sometimes, And so this is how it looks here. It's a great strap. Again, I've had this one for years as well. One thing I do like is you got these little extra strap things. And I clip these onto my belt. And so what will happen is, right, if you just have your strap on and like maybe you need to like reach down to grab something, if you don't have this connected like to your belt loop here, then your camera's going to hit the floor. I would demonstrate it, but I got like 2 of my 3 cameras up there. And I don't want that to happen, obviously, right? No one would want that to happen. So when you have it secured here, now if you, go down to get something, your camera is pretty much on your hip and it's not going to hit the ground. So that's definitely my favorite feature of having this. Probably other straps have it, You also get some hardware right here. Maybe you want to clamp a 3rd camera and run it in the middle, you can do that. Desired Leather, I know they do make like little leather pouches, like if you want extra batteries, extra memory cards, you got a little pouch, you could just kind of keep it right here. Sometimes I'll throw a Bluetooth speaker on. I use the JBL clip speakers, and I'll just clip it on here if I'm at a photo shoot or if I'm at a wedding to kind of set the mood for the vibe. So yeah, that's it. That's everything I'm gonna show you guys. Hopefully this video wasn't too long. Oh wow, it's 23 minutes, that's crazy. So if you stayed all the way through to the end, you a real one. Let me know, what was your favorite piece of gear here? I know bags really aren't that exciting. My wife's like, oh, you got more bags than me. That's not possible. But yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here. Until next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.